Hello Internet, Demagen here with another Metroidvania video. This one is an announcement for the release of my map of Haiku, the robot, which is a nice cheap 2D pixel art Metroidvania set in essentially a post-apocalyptic world where humanity has wiped itself out, is kind of the implication, and life is just returning to the planet and there are robots. Lots and lots of robots. It's a cool little game. It's got some things that I don't like, but it's got a lot of stuff that it does really, really well, especially considering it is made by one guy with, some little bits and pieces here and there for sound design. It was originally announced and backed on Kickstarter. Somehow I must have missed this one. Maybe it was out before I realised Kickstarter was much of a thing, but whatever. There were loads of people backing it, and it's a good game. It's solid, and it's got a really nice expansive map, which is in many ways decent to explore towards the end of the game, but kind of a slog towards the start, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's do the old quick guided tour of the map. So we'll be starting off here. A lot of the NPCs that I've put on are only there at specific points in time, so you'll need to watch out for those. They'll be here, there, and everywhere. So we've got to start the game. Anything that looks like this is a currency pickup. Scrap is your currency in the game. It's an interesting one because it also serves as your ability to heal, which can lead to some quite sticky situations. Fortunately, there are little bird perches here that you can bank your money at so that you don't lose it all, because it does have a little bit of a Hollow Knight style death mechanic. In fact, it's got a lot of mechanics from Hollow Knight, including these chips, which are essentially charms. It's got fast travel in the form of train stations. It's got a couple of places where you need keys to get to the door. Power-ups that you can get are highlighted in pink. Key items and health pickups and so on and so forth are highlighted in green. These things here are the things that will allow you to unlock areas of the map. We've got bosses marked. We've got mysterious things which I haven't technically found a use for yet. We've got certain NPCs with multiple locations. We've got bosses. These things are currently the actual defaults icon for save stations. I don't know whether I'll change those, considering I've not used the default icon for the bird perch. I've tried to put on the location of all power-ups, the locations where you'll need a specific thing to get through a particular area. These things here are lore tablets that give you a little bit of information about the world. There's quite a lot of stuff, to be fair, to find, to activate, to collect. Some of it has got its uses. Some of it confused me in certain places, if I'm entirely honest. There are certain places where there's just hidden passageways that never actually get marked on the map. There seem to be a lot of NPCs that don't do anything in particular. They just, heat up the world, essentially, give you something interesting to read and learn a little bit more. There's shops as well. I might kind of pretty that up at some point when I've got time. There is one boss, at least I know, that's not yet implemented. And this NPC here, I assume is something to do with it, but I don't really know how it works just yet. There were a few things that didn't quite work as intended. They were a little bit buggy. There's some things that give you achievements. It's a big game. It's a busy game. It'll take you probably 10-ish hours to complete if you don't use the map. If you do use this map, it'll still take you a few hours, because I haven't indicated on here what order you should go and grab things in. And there are quite a few places that are gated, essentially, as you'd expect in a Metroidvania game. I did find that I was getting a little bit frustrated and a little bit annoyed with the healing system and the slowness of it, even after you get the quick repair chip, which is is. I can't actually remember where the quick repair is. Yeah, it's here from Steamtown by completing the Save the Children quest. That not only reduces the amount of time it takes to repair, but the amount of scrap it takes to repair as well, and it's still too slow. Auto repair, I just didn't seem to do anything, and I don't know what it was or what it was supposed to do. But a lot of the chips have got their uses, so look out for them. Have a try of them for yourself and see which combination you prefer, because there's some really interesting ones that do interesting things, and clearly a lot of thought and love and care has been put into this particular game. But yeah, chips that I'd recommend, I highly recommend the heat drive. In certain hot areas like this, you can get a heat treatment that allows you to go into the hot areas, otherwise you'll just burn to death like you do in a Metroid game. But it will still cap out essentially your kind of steam gauge, which is used for dashing and all the other maneuverability things. The heat drive chip means that isn't an issue. It just lets you just function normally in hot areas as long as you've got the heat treatment. The water treatment, the sealant treatment, allows you to pass through water. I think most things on the map are fairly self-explanatory. I tried not to be too spoilery for final bosses and stuff, but there's only so much that you can do with that. The achievements are pretty straightforward. There is one achievement for which you don't want to pick up the wrench, so you've got to do the entire game without healing. But otherwise, you can get all of the achievements. I mean, you can get all of the achievements in one run if you don't pick up the wrench. There's no missables as far as I can tell. So yes, link to the map is down in the description below, as are the links to my Ko-fi.com page. If anybody knows what this here for, there's a table in a room, and I have no idea what it's there for. There's nothing there. There's no NPC or anything. And likewise, if you know what any of the NPCs in the derelict hole are for, do let me know in the comments below, because I couldn't find any use for them. Anything else that you think should go on the map, again, let me know. As soon as I find out actual names for the bosses, those will go on as well. But I think otherwise, the map is reasonably 100% complete. My save file is certainly 100% complete. So there we go. Haiku the Robot. I do recommend it. It's fun with some caveated niggles. Try it for yourself and see what you think. Until next time, folks, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the support. As always, enjoy Haiku the Robot, and I will catch you all in the next video. Toodles. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.